Well, hey everybody, I'm John Ritlin with my review New Japan Pro Wrestling San Jose Showdown event. Firstly, sorry for not reviewing this soon after it was off the air, but I had worked earlier yesterday. I reviewed AEW's Full Gear pay-per-view, and I was simply too tired after being up since like 4 a.m. that day, so that's why you're getting the review now. World Tag League, I want to make mention of that really quick. There are a few live events and then a bunch of VOD and then more live events, stuff like that. I'm not so sure how the December schedule is looking, but 16 teams, pretty goddamn loaded. I will do what I can. If I can review all of it, I will do my absolute best. I might have to miss some events. We will see, as I'm very busy with work for the rest of the month and even for December. And also, I review a whole lot of stuff, guys. If you have taken a look at anything on the channel, you know I review a lot of stuff. I will do everything I can to review as much of it as possible. I may only have to stick to the live events. I will let you guys know as things go on, but if I have to miss some shows, I'm sorry, but I'm just letting you know that right now. But anyway, you guys have been absolutely awesome, and I really do appreciate it. One, I loved how the narrator ran down the events. And, hyping up to Wrestle Kingdom 14, they included English commentary. They're fully embracing this whole New Japan push into America, and I'm here for it. I want to see this brand succeed with some, great talents and them working with other people. I would love to see more New Japan events in America, and if this is any indication, the event itself would have felt like just a typical house show with a decent crowd. The crowd was absolutely hot and electric. Dun, 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 dun. Thanks, Sturb. Thanks if you're watching this. Every time I hear it's electric, that's what I hear. Venue looked great. Venue looked absolutely amazing. I don't know if it was like 3,000-4,000 people you could seat in there, but venue looked great. Crowd was hot. We have Kevin Kelly, Tiger Hattori on commentary in a Young Lion match to start off. Alex Coughlin versus Ren Narita out on excursion, training in LA, and good mat wrestling with some nice bridges and submissions to start out. Some hard chops and slaps. Good Lord, there was one that sounded like a goddamn rifle shot. It was absolutely amazing. But in the end, Ren Narita, quick high gable grip with the bridge. 1, 2, 3, and Ren Narita gained the victory. I'd love to see another match between these guys, and hopefully with even more training, they're going to get even better. And then we have Colt Cabana and Yano versus Jushin Thunder Liger and Aaron Solo, and that is Bailey's fiance, by the way, or maybe husband. I'm not sure what their status exactly is. If they're married or not, I have no goddamn idea. But there was a lot of comedies you're going to get in a Yano match, and especially a Colt Cabana match. I like Colt Cabana, don't get me wrong, but sometimes the comedy can get a little silly. But him and Yano work well together. They worked well when they were rivals in the New Japan Cup, and when they teamed up after that, and this was some good stuff. It was just typical stuff. Liger got in, then Aaron, hit some shotes. Had Aaron gain in, then he got pinned by the Superman pin. 1, 2, 3. This is Liger's last U.S. wrestling appearance. I am not ready for him to retire. And I'm glad he is. I'm glad he is. He's going out the way he wants. He's going to be going out with, a bunch of his like friends and rivals in, I believe it's like an 8 or 10 man tag on January 4th. He's going to face somebody else on January 5th. He wants to wrestle somebody he's never wrestled before. Who knows? Maybe Amazing Red. I have no idea. I can't name a lot of people that he hasn't faced that pop right into my head. And then a big celebration on New Year's Dash. I'm not ready for Liger to retire, and I don't think anybody here is, but he's more than earned it. But fucking hell, we're going to be emotional wrecks, aren't we, folks? This is good stuff, and then we get Carl Fredericks and Clark Connors versus El Desperado and Minoru Suzuki, and oh boy, Minoru Suzuki around a bunch of young lions. Oh boy, does Suzuki get a huge pop. New Japan needs to do everything they can to keep him. I'm not saying, give him, $1 million a year. I'm not saying that, but promise him a push. Build up with him. Yes, he's 51, 52, whatever. If he wants to leave and just feels he can go to another company, that's fine. But they should try to keep him. One, he fits in New Japan perfectly. I know he's been in other companies since. I'm not trying to say he's only ever been in New Japan. Obviously not. Just take a look at his career. But this loud pop, he means a lot to New Japan. New Japan fans feel that he means a lot to them, and I mean they do he does mean a lot to them. Means a lot to me. I'm a big fan of him. I hope that they can keep him. But fucking hell, it's just that pop for him and that whole Kaza Ninare, which I can't do it justice by trying to sing it. We go outside immediately, of course, and Suzuki just destroying both guys. Good Lord, this match was absolutely insane. Absolutely goddamn insane. Connors and Desperado in there. We get some huge chops. We get a Gotch-style power driver pinning Fredericks for the 1, 2, 3, and the Young Lions get beat up afterwards. Hooray! Suzuki is happy. and we can all live in fear because it's Minoru Suzuki. Now, we get Bushi, Sonata, and Evil versus Tomohiro Ishii, Juice Robinson, and TJP. The P stands for pedo, allegedly. Maybe not allegedly, given what apparently has been reported about him and what apparently he's been doing on social media. He's been a bit of a weird guy. Holy shit, TJP. Anyway, hide your girls. TJP is here. Enough of that. Everyone was over except TJP. That's no real shock. He is great in the ring. He's a great wrestler in the ring. But seriously, what the fuck? So, of course, at one point we get a Paradise Lock and we get TJP and Juice cuffed together. Wait, probably should think these things through before I decide to say that. Actually, it was a double Paradise Lock, and then Juice and TJP got kicked. This was just a fun, typical 6-man match. Ishii and Evil, I would love to see another match between these guys. These guys never disappoint when they have hard-hitting matches. They just had this forearm strike exchange where I thought they were going to keep fighting all night. And it's like, we're just going to have other matches around them because they're not going to stop fighting each other. And then we get some really good tag work. We get Pulp Friction ends up pinning Bushi for the 1-2-3 sometime after that. And then Ishii wouldn't celebrate with Juice and TJP because Ishii is like, no, I will not celebrate with the weird TJ. But also Ishii doesn't really apparently like to have fun unless he starts drinking. So he's like a lot of people I knew in college. But yeah, that was what it was. We get another 6-man tag. Goto, Rocky Romero, and Yo versus Kenta, Ishimori, and Jado. Jado, unfortunately, wrestling. I know why he's wrestling, and it makes sense, but he was there to take the pin. That's what it was. Goto and Kenta for the Never Openweight Championship, either on the finals of World Tag League or maybe at Wrestle Kingdom. I'm hoping at Wrestle Kingdom. No, it's going to be at the World Tag League finals because then we're going to have Shibata and Kenta at Wrestle Kingdom. If we don't, I will be amazed. There wasn't much to this. Kenta stalled for a bit before getting in the ring with Goto, rather. Gato actually was out later. Ishimori and Yo Tangle actually pick up the match quite a bit. Kenta has a cool theme, and it's great that he's a heel. I don't buy into Kenta in New Japan. It's not that he's not trying, but I just don't think he cares. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe it's a reason why. Maybe he, is reaching a point where he's just like, well, I don't care anymore. Or he's just giving that vibe. Because he can still go in the ring. I just don't care about the guy. Goto and Kenta get back in them. Rocky with forever clotheslines. How long do they last, Kevin? Well, forever. But Jado gets rolled up by Rocky after a big skirmish, 1, 2, 3, and Jado getting pinned. That was the right call. Of course, that's why Jado was put in the ring. Jado moving around the ring is a little sad to see. And I know his body's beat up. He'd be one of the greatest junior heavyweight tag team wrestlers ever, at least in his day, but he shouldn't be in the ring anymore. Like, he really can't do anything. Then we get Show versus ELP, British Cruiserweight Championship, and holy shit, this match, goddamn amazing. I'm going to go through some spots, but I encourage you guys to check this one out. It was absolutely great. Rocky Romero joins commentary. Show starts off hot, immediately targeting ELP since he pinned him during the Super Junior Tag League tournament, because they were on respective teams. Obviously, it'd be weird if they were on the same team, Bullet Club and Chaos. But anyway, what happened is, he got this title shot. It's very obvious the Show was not going to win it here, even though I think Show would have been over for a time and, a couple UK appearances. And I know Rapogni 3K has appeared in the UK. That being said, I knew ELP was going to win, but boy, they did a great job making me think that he was going to win. Goes outside quickly, an apron bomb by ELP. By the way, the apron, of course, the hardest part of the ring. He focuses on the back of Show, since Show had his back injured during the tournament, and focused on all that. Of course, ELP mocking Rocky Romero by just doing the groin stomp thing in the corner where he has, his opponent in the Tree of Woe and then stands on their groin in the corner and that kind of stuff. So it's forever groin stomps, as I called it. And, of course, we get the face doing a great show of strength, and I can already hear every single one of you guys as a New Japan fan groaning at that pun, but I'm proud of it, and I'm not apologizing. We get a few near falls. We get a Styles Clash for 2 from ELP. We get a V trigger from ELP. Tries for the One Wing Angel. That doesn't work. We get a power breaker. Big power bomb into a backbreaker for 2. And then a ref bump. and Ishimori runs in while the ref is down for about 5 years, and Yo runs down. We get 3K on Ishimori. Shock arrow. No ref until another ref runs down, apparently from across the street. 1, 2, and then that happens. And then a low blow when the referee's distracted. CR2, 1, 2, 3. This match was terrific. I encourage you guys to check this out. ELP got the victory. Show really having a great showing. That pun was great. I had to say it again. It was terrible. I'm sorry. David Finlay versus Lance Archer. I'm not going to make this very long. Juice Robinson in Finlay's corner. David does attack early. It goes outside. David actually has some good moments. But an apron bump. Again, hardest part of the ring. Young Lions get just absolutely, just destroyed in a cannonball spot. And then Archer dominates for a while. Finlay does come back with a few moves, but in the end falls to the everybody dies claw and gets pinned. He gets pinned. Cool. It's not too surprising that he got pinned. It's really not, is it? It was what it was. He stares down. Archer stares down Juice, so we're obviously getting that rematch. They're going to have to do something other than involving Juice in the U.S. title feud all the time. It's just he's been U.S. champion a couple times already. They took it off of him after he beat Jay White to give it to Cody, so Juice won it back at Wrestle Kingdom. And then, Juice held it until he lost it to Mox, and they didn't blow off that feud. So maybe we're going to get Mox versus Juice versus Archer. There we go. Okay, you know what? Do that. Throw another guy. Throw Shingo in there and make it a 4-way. Why not? Hell, Shingo needs something to do, and I'm not sure what else you're going to have him do. But, maybe he could feud with Chase Owens, because we get Naito and Shingo versus Jay White and Chase Owens with Gato. Look, I'm sorry. I tune out whenever Chase Owens is a good wrestler. I just don't give a shit about him when he's in the ring. Because he bores me to tears. I'm sorry. I know people find me boring. That's okay. You're still watching. And same here. Same applies. Chase is a very good wrestler. But anyway, huge cheers for Naito. Huge cheers for Jay White. Jay White is one of the most hated wrestlers out there. And the thing is, what's frustrating is little shit can back it up. I'm a little worried they're going to make him a double champion of Wrestle Kingdom, which I don't think is going to be the right call. Because they already gave him the IWGP Heavyweight Championship last year. And even though it was a stopgap, it didn't work. And I think stunted his growth more than anything. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So we get Jay attacking Naito outside. Shingo and Chase get in. They have some scraps. At one point, Naito and Jay get back in. Chase tries to hit the package pile driver on Naito and Kevin Kelly. At one point on Chase, says Chase couldn't deliver the package. Kevin Kelly with a lot of phallic references, or maybe that's just how I interpreted it, or it was intentional and it was just meant to make people like me chuckle because I'm a mature individual. Nobody believes that. Destino, however, later 1, 2, 3. Chase gets pinned, by the way, and then Jay White stares down Naito, and we get that match. We're getting that match on the 4th in Wrestle Kingdom, and it's going to be very interesting because they're already laying so many matches for Wrestle Kingdom. By the time we are done on World Tag League, I guarantee you almost the entire Wrestle Kingdom card will have been decided. So, yeah, we then go to Amazing Red and Kota Ibushi versus Will Ospreay and Okada. And Amazing Red wrestling just hours after his friend, indie wrestler Matt Travis. I recognized him. I'd seen a little bit of him. I wasn't that familiar. Obviously, he meant a lot to Amazing Red and so many others. So, thoughts are with Matt Travis's family, his friends, everybody affected. It is certainly terrible. If you were a fan of Matt Travis, you leave in the comments if there was something that matches in particular I should check out. Leave links if you'd like. Let's keep his memory alive. He's only 25 years old. And Amazing Red and many others spoke out about him, saying how good, and how sad, how good of a wrestler he was, how good of a guy he was, and how sad it was. But so Amazing Red, credit to him for being a professional, being in the ring. This match, however, huge pop for Okada. The crowd was alive for the whole goddamn thing. They were alive for everybody. Red and Ospreay, flippy shit. I got to see that match at the, to close the show, the Tacoma Dome, or the Tacoma Dome. That would have been amazing. Tacoma show for the Super J Cup. This was actually really, really good. This was really good stuff. You get, of course, Okada and Ibushi in, and they, trade some, moves hype up for Wrestle Kingdom 14. Red and Okada in the ring. Not exactly a match I knew I needed until just now. In the end, Rainmaker pins Amazing Red 1, 2, 3. And don't get me wrong, Amazing Red hit the code Red. He actually didn't get squashed, but it was obvious that Red was there to take the pin. He was. Okada with post-match promo. Some pretty good English, actually, from Okada. You know, he's definitely learning, and that's a good thing. And it's one more facet he's going to add to the fact that, in my opinion, Kazuchika Okada is and I'm sure I butchered that name. I butcher some names, so that's why I just usually say Okada, best wrestler in the world right now, my opinion. That's okay if other people disagree. I'm going to say B. Am I going to say it's a B plus? No, it's a B. It was a very good show. But, you know, you take some of these matches out of there. It was a lot of, you know, tag matches just to hype up a lot of matches coming up. And everything delivered that needed to deliver, but there were a couple matches just felt like filler. Anyway, B for me. Pull above my head if I forget to put it there. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.